things start in a way from scratch in Berlin, because we have a coalition government as we've never had one before, a three-party government. And one of the biggest of the three parties has been in government with Ms. Merkel as a smaller coalition partner during the past legislative period, the last 4 years, and even before that, while the other two have been not in power since a pretty long time. This is the Green Party and the Liberal Party, who stand on very different perspectives depending on the issue. They're very close to each other, however, on China and also in some other foreign affairs questions. So you say just 15 days. Yes, on the one hand, this is not very long. On the other hand, the three parties had a lot of time on their hands to put together a so-called coalition agreement, to agree on the major questions, also including obviously foreign policy. And obviously China also plays a role in that agreement. Now, if we see what is in the coalition agreement and what has been happening so far, I think one thing that we have to recognize is that things around Germany change so much faster than can really build a new opinion or arrive at sensible decisions. So the coalition agreement, you see what they say about China you may see it as a kind of reflection of the matters of the past few years. So there is an observation, first, that Europe has to be our major point of focus for our foreign policy. Secondly, we have to deal with the major powers in the world, and these are obviously the United States and China, plus Russia, plus other powers that are important for us in Europe, such as Turkey. Now, on China, they recognize that there are enormous mutually beneficial advantages in our economic relationship, but we differ on many political aspects. So the point they arrive is that it has to be the European Union which has to discuss with all the member states on what kind of European China policy has to be created. This is a coalition agreement. It's the theory. In reality, obviously, you see that only in those few weeks the new government is in power, already things have been shaping in a way that does not permit a new government to tell its partners, well, Europe should take care of it and we will just lean back and wait until Brussels takes action. No, what is happening with Lithuania, that is a political controversy with China, what is happening in the business area, where we see an impact of the pandemic reaching across China, reaching across Europe, that neither side has really come to terms with. Neither side has found a way to deal with. And then there is the influence, the impact of the policies of the new American administration that we also are not yet sure where it goes. Think of something like the withdrawal of Afghanistan. Think of something like the creation of AUKUS in Southeast Asia. So there are many new initiatives coming from the new American administration. All things that show the world is changing much quicker than the new government is able to find its path, to decide on its course that it wants to take.
You're right, Volker. Yeah, I fully agree with you in the saying that the situation around Germany has totally changed. It's not only a transition from the Merkel government to Olaf Scholz government. It's not only from two-party to three-party. It's an overall transition from a totally different environment around Germany, around China as well, particularly